This is a much better break off from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's found the ball cushion this time and hasn't left the red on. Well, might just be able to get to it, but there's a red next to the black, no value. Even if he can see enough of this red, he'll just play a safety shot. Just send the red up and down, you would feel.
There's the average shot times. I think the 21 seconds is actually good for O'Sullivan, and he did the same in his semi-final match. I'm talking about him scanning the table, going around and making sure of things. I think it's better for him, but it also tells you that the higher class of opponent he plays, he thinks, right, okay, I'm going to be a little more studious here. He's still quick, mind you, but it gives you a little insight to his mind, and that's a good thing. It tells you he's thinking about the game, his opponent. He's respecting the game.
Well, what an attacking safety shot that was from Mark Allen. Look what he's done with the reds. I mean, the black's tied up, but Ronnie feels he can just see enough of this red that went over the corner. There was always a chance of that happening, but he went very attacking there with his safety. Might need a trace aside to make the pot. And he did. He played that with a little touch of right-hand side to just bend it round the yellow. It's a dangerous thing to do against Ronnie O'Sullivan, to open the table up like this, but
six. Seven.
Still got one near the pink spot to get back up for the blue. This time he's come up a little short, but the one that's closest to the pink will be available.
Yeah, he might even just hold the spot here. Just push the blue onto the pink spot. Coming around to see if the blue goes through the gap now. Which it does.
18.
He'd like to play ideally for pink off this red. It just depends whether there's a red on from where the pink is at the minute.
19.
I don't think there is. That's the... Yeah. Deciding to pick them off. We'll probably just use the blue. Of course it'll go back on its own spot now.
24. 25.
4-2 behind. Mark thought, I'll try and make something happen here. And he played a very attacking safety. But he pushed a red near the corner. Okay, Ronnie had to swerve it a little bit round the yellow, but he's had to sit and watch. That could have worked out better.
30.
And the red goes to the middle pocket, but where's the easy colour after this? It's going to be a
31.
tough pink. Long blue, pink's not on. How many players would take the long blue on from this position? Well, that camera angle shows you how tough the blue was. What a shot. But still not out of the woods. Gonna have to use the reds to screw back for the blue again.
$37.
The pink's still available now that he's finished the wrong side of the blue. But what an effort this has been.
$43.
Yeah, it's only been 43. This whole break, they've been solving puzzles all the way along. And the key shot.
Even in the previous frame, he made
44.
breaks of 54 and 66, but he had to work so hard. The balls were awkward, as they were in this frame.
Here we go then, round the houses. This is going to be close to the cushion. This is no good. Needs any sort of bounce.
49.
This will be tough.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 49.
Did well to get 49 from that position, but there's still an open table here, so a good safety shot from Mark. Order of the day. And this looks like a pretty good safety shot. Well played. He's looking at the possibility of coming twice across the table to land on that red there. That's almost tight on the cushion. He's not snookered, but he feels this is the escape route to leave things safe. So can he judge this? That is nowhere near where he was playing.
Foul and a miss. Mark Allen 4.
Yeah, I think the blue is in his ways. Well, the way he's chalked his cue there, he was a little bit annoyed at that attempt. I think the white needs to go a little bit further to the left because he wasn't snookered on the reds. Not far away. I think it was slightly more to the left as we look at it, but it's not going to make a great deal of difference to the shot. Yeah, it's absolutely spot on. So lots aside, but he's got to get so close to the blue. And this time it's the black. I don't think the angle's there for the escape that he's looking for.
Mark Allen 7.
He's actually been fortunate both times there not to leave a red. So I agreed then. I think it'll be a change of plan.
Now, if he could hit the red full ball, he'll have to warn him.
Ronnie, I've got to warn you.
Yep.
Full base contact is available
So,
as you fail this time. You've got to lose the frame.
He won't be trying the same shot again. So what does he now do?
Yeah, the one thing he doesn't want to do is play anything with pace because he doesn't want to push all these reds into the open. I think he's just got to try and just nestle in there somewhere.
Yeah, he knew he was always going to leave some kind of pot, but this is a tough one that's along the cushion here, and he's got to get out onto the pink. So
One.
it's okay. He's on the pink, but this is a key shot coming up now. No, just the pace. He had to play it at that pace.
Mark Allen 1.
Couldn't play any other shot. Had to try and force the pink in there.
One.
Well, Mark Allen played a very good safety shot, and he got an opening, but just too much pace on the pink. And he would have gone back to his seat, and he would have known that the frame will be over very shortly.
8. Nine.
Just needs the red. As you can see, 53 ahead. So
16.
once the red disappears.
17.
Ronnie O'Sullivan now guaranteed a lead going into this evening session. Doesn't really matter about that.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 24.
Mark having a look at the table, and because the red's
conceded.
not
Frank
on,
Ronnie
he
O'Sullivan.
concedes. So Ronnie O'Sullivan gets another frame on the board, and he is guaranteed a lead going into this evening's final session. It's 5-2.
Yeah, Ronnie stretching ahead now. The tail is up, Steve.
Yes, and at 4-2, it looks like Ronnie O'Sullivan was in a comfort zone because he had a long blue that he could easily have been forgiven for turning down to try and keep the screws on. This was a very aggressive shot, hit the back of the pocket, marvellous shot, and showed that he's really feeling on his game now. And that shot there, the follow-up was still a fantastic shot as well. OK, he didn't make the break that won it in one visit, but it just looks like he's really comfortable and fancying the job out there.
Yeah, on his way to a knock of 49 there. But Alan did have a chance, and it was the pink. Was he unlucky here, Steve, would you say?
Yeah, people always say, you got on social media, oh, the massive pockets these players are playing on it. It's, you know, the tables are easy. If we watch this pink he missed, you couldn't hit this much better. It's a tough shot. He has to play at this pace to get in the red. Watch out, I mean, how well. When you see this pink going towards the pocket, that's in. That's in the heart of the pocket. It's just the sheer pace. I mean, an ounce less power on that pink would have been in. So it just shows you the fine margins, the fractions that the top players are working at.
And of course, this is a real difficult period of time here for Mark Allen, because if he is feeling a little bit of fatigue, because after all he's had a couple of really big matches the last few days, is it starting to become exaggerated for him at this point, as he feels maybe a wee bit despondent as well?
I think that if he was playing at he told us last night he thinks he's playing rubbish. That was his words, not ours. If he was playing confident, playing well, the fact he's had long matches wouldn't matter. The fact he's perhaps not 100% confident in his game, together with having tough matches, might be starting to take its toll.
How tough is this situation? He's out there, he's 3 behind, and he knows he's really got to fashion something in this last of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's really under it in this frame. He desperately wants to win this one. He doesn't want to go 6-2 behind. So all the pressure is on Mark Allen here.
OK, how big will Ronnie's lead be? Let's find out.
Yes, if Mark Allen does genuinely feel that his game's not quite there, then he really is in trouble, because we've seen Ronnie, he doesn't have to beat his best to just brush aside opponents.